going to be some heavy contouring, Scott Barnes style. So I'm going to get right into it. First, I'm going to apply a light concealer on the center of my nose, my forehead, under my eyes, so you get something like a mask around the eyes. And down my chin as well. Because what you want to do is to draw light on the center of your face. Now we're going to do the contour. First I'll start with nose contour, and what you want to do to narrow the nose down is to make it as straight as possible. To make it look natural, you want to drag it into your eyebrows. Then what you want to do is to contour and pull it upwards. And around your forehead as well. I know it looks ridiculous right now because it's exaggerated, but it will come to a good place when we put a foundation on top of it. If you have a big forehead like I do, you want to put the contour quite low, so it minimizes the appearance of your big forehead. Now what you want to do is go right behind the ear and along your jawline. The same on the other side. Because you want to define your jawline. Then you want to go right behind the ear in a V shape down the neck. That's how your neck will appear narrow. And you want to go down here as well in a triangular shape. Now, when we look totally ridiculous, we take the foundation. This time I'm going to use a darker foundation than my natural color because we're going for that JLo glow. So what I would take would be, just one second, Estee Lauder Double Wear 2-in-1. I'm not going to go too dark because it would definitely look too odd, but I am going to go a bit darker. And you want to use your buffing brush. This is the buffing brush. Stipple the foundation onto the brush. And first, where I would start would be the lighter parts of my face, like this. You want to stipple it, you don't want to buff it right now, because then you would lose all of your contour. And then you start rolling it. We'll cover this part as well, but we'll do that later. You want to look good from all of the angles. You don't want to look like you're painted on. You want to look natural. So now it's the time to blend. I'm stippling over the contour and moving upwards, not downwards, upwards. And around the hairline, I'm going to stipple it downwards into the lighter part of my forehead, so it looks natural. So now what would you do? Would be take powdered bronzer, but before we take the powdered bronzer, I would put a blush, because it's a liquid form and you don't want to mix powders with liquids. I'm also stippling it, but I'm stippling it upwards, because later on I will put a powdered blush on top of it, something for the powdered blush to cling on and to look nicer and to look more natural. I don't know if you can even see it because of the lighting, but it's there. Now I'm going to take bronzer on the warmer side, because all of this that I've done on my face is more of a cooler tone. So we want to put life into your face. You want to make it look softer. You want to make it look warmer. You want to make it look more natural. So what I would do is take my brush for bronzer. This is Makeup Factory. I'll put a number in the description box, because I don't see anything without my glasses. So you want to tap off the excess. What I would do, I would squeeze the brush like this to have a straight line. I would position it under my bone and my cheekbone and move it upwards. Because you don't want to ruin the contour. And then I would go all over it. The same on the other side. My cat is trying to get into the room. She's jumping on the door. You don't want to have any difference in color in between your hairline and your face, because that would be the obvious sign that it's not your color and that you've done something really weird to your face. This way it looks natural. So you want to pull it into the hairline. And don't forget about the ears as well, because you don't want to be all bronzed and your ears to be like white. So put the bronzer on them as well, so it looks normal. Go under your jawline. Especially if you have a square face like I do. What I usually do is I go diagonally, so I cut this part of my face so it looks narrower. A smaller brush, tap out the excess on your arm and go over the contour. So get nice slim nose. It's a bit too harsh at the moment, but we'll get to that, don't worry. Now what I would do is I would take my highlight palette. I would use a slim brush. I'm taking more of a golden one because we want that golden glow. And then I would mix these two and go highlight the area that you want, like my cheekbones, so under the eyebrow, my cat is persistent. Because you want to create a shadow. Now I will take a blush. This is the brush that I'm going to use for my blush. So this is a rosy golden color. And you want to put it here, not here. And go upwards. The clean brush. Just go over everything, the edges, to marry everything together.